Are we good? Numbers are rolling? I think so. Hi, I am trying a new format for the podcast. Shitty visual quality. It it looks fine on my end. I'm on the right side, but it's gonna be flipped for you guys. And well, I decided for the Cordcast going forward, I decided to retool it. It's a visual thing, obviously, and I'm gonna hit a couple topics. Below is going to be the the timestamps for each topic if you want to jump around, if you want to see something first. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I've only got like three topics and I got a song of the episode little segment that's going to be consistent. So yeah, I'm just going to get right into the first topic. Ranking the Kanye Summer Run albums of 2018. If you don't know, Kanye West spent a whole summer over in Wyoming producing five albums that had varying degrees of quality. I put them down on this list. I typed out my thoughts on each of them, and I'm gonna rank them in order of what I like, uh, from least to best. It's weird saying of it, but you know how it goes. And I'm also gonna point out that none of these albums are bad. Like none of them are flat out bad. All of them have good qualities about them, and I'm gonna get into that when I talk about each album in depth. So let's not waste any more time. Number five, I feel really bad about this, but Nas's album Nasir. If you're, it's very funny to me that one of the biggest complaints in hip hop ever. I mean, not now with his past couple of albums, but it's been an infamy that Nas has never had great beats. He's never had great production, but he's done his own thing over them. It's like what Nas said. You only, I'm gonna fuck up the bar, but it's pretty much him saying you buy the music, you listen for the lyrics, not the beats. And with Kanye producing Nasir, I was expecting fireworks. And basically, the one time he gets fantastic production, because I'm not going to say that Kanye's production on Nasir, or matter of fact, across this whole run, is incredible. But the one time that Nas gets truly incredible production, he doesn't show up to rap on this. It really didn't sound like he wanted to do this at all. Like 100%. It's really weird. There are a couple songs that I think he liked. Maybe he liked everything. I'm not sure. But there were a couple beats where he probably didn't like them, but that's what he was sent and that's what he rapped over. And I'm not going to get into the controversy with the different album and stealing the album art from another producer who also happened to use the same sample on that album. And Kanye used the same sample on I think it was Adam and Eve. Yeah, Adam and Eve. And I'm not going to get into that. I don't even think it's ever been addressed. It's been 3 years since then, but I could be totally wrong. It could have been like settled, and I just forgot. But yeah, Nasir is going at number five. Number four is an album that I usually forget was actually on this list, and it was Tiana Taylor's second album, KTSE. Uh, I feel like Kanye should really produce more R&B. I loved the overall soundscape of this album. The tracks, uh, Hurry with West himself, and Rose in Harlem are really the standout tracks to me. I love the production on all of it, but this is Tiana Taylor's album. Her vocals on this are sexy as fuck. I can't deny that. They're really good. They are just really good. And it may just have to do with a personal preference. I just I guess I like SZA more. I know they're not really a comparison in terms of longevity, and I do think Tiana Taylor is really trying her best to stay out there, especially with her last album, which I think was just called The Album. But it's just it's a personal preference thing. I think it's just that it's good when I want it to be. It's just a good R&B album. It happens to be that. It's just R&B isn't really my go-to genre. So that's why. But why do I put it over Nasir? Uh, KTSE wasn't really a disappointment to me. That's why I didn't really have a lot of expectations about it because I just wasn't in that headspace. I think it sounded good. There's nothing wrong with it. I have it at number four though, just because of a personal preference. You know, it is how it is. So KTSE is at number four. Number three is Yay by Kanye West. Kanye's eighth album. Yeah, that's it. That is his eighth album. Uh, I really enjoyed how well, it was a little more minimal. It wasn't like a big, grand spectacle. I enjoyed that aspect a lot. But there was really only one song that I took away from it, and it was Ghost Town. Honestly, one of my favorite Kanye songs ever. That might be a bit of a hot take, but I really think that he knocks it out of the park, and everybody on that song knocks it out of the park. And it makes me remember that album a lot. Because before I sat down and started ranking these, I listened through all of them. I listened through them throughout the day, and I didn't really remember any of the other songs. Um, I remember Ghost Town a lot. We'll get to that at some point. But yeah, I'm getting a call right now. Um, yeah, the it just that just threw off my entire vibe. But yeah, I put Yay at number three, right in the middle, mainly because it's not my favorite Kanye album. It's really not my it's not my go-to album, but I feel like Ghost Town really brings this album to a big high. I probably did not explain that well, but I think I hope I hope you know what I mean. Number two on my list is Daytona by Pusha T. The Drake diss aside, because well, that's I could do a whole another video on that. But Daytona is really just uh Pusha T doing his shit. Kanye's doing his shit on the production, and it feels like a marriage between the two. It really feels like Kanye and Push sat down and collaborated. And that's another reason why Nasir is at the bottom of this list because Daytona was the first album released in this, and I think Nasir was like fourth or maybe the last one. And after what we heard with Daytona, it I feel like Daytona brought the best. Out, Push brought the best out of Kanye, and Kanye brought the best out of Push on this. It's his best solo album. It's his best work in general, at least since Hell Hath No Fury when he was with Clips. And it just worked. This is a simple thing of it just worked. And I can't argue the fact that I'm I'm out here like you can say that this was your favorite album out of this bunch. And I will never disagree with you about that. There are times where I feel like this would be number one on the list. And I think it's a good choice. It's a really good choice, and I'm also really excited for Push's next album. So yeah, that's mainly why Daytona's at number two. But number one, I'm really showing my white boy rap fan in me because well, yeah. But no, number one is Kids See Ghosts. Um, I'm mainly just because of the emotional connection with it. I feel like it really touches on mental health stuff pretty well. Granted, it also is one of my favorite albums of all time. I actually recently got it on vinyl finally after a long time, but I'm very happy about that. But I really enjoy and I feel that I'm good with an emotional connection with it. I feel like that's where his emotional intensity really shines when Kanye and Cudi are working together on this, and I think that is where, specifically for that reason, I think that's why Kids See Ghost slightly edges over Daytona. Because if Kids See Ghost did not have that emotional edge to it, Daytona would be number one. But Kids See Ghost is number one purely because just it's damn good music as well. Good music, but it's a whole different thing. Kids See Ghost felt like nothing else that Kanye or Cudi has done, and I think it stands out for that reason. Yeah. Okay, that is my rankings of the Kanye 2018 list. That's the first topic done. I gotta. I had to type in some stuff. I got some notes on me. But now we are going to talk about. I'm gonna highlight actually new records I got. I already spoke about Kids See Ghosts, and I said something about it. It's the Pink record, and I actually forgot to get it for like the little trio that I have right here by my side to show. So I'm gonna show a couple right now. So first on this list, oh, I think it should be showing because it's reversed on my end. Starboy, The Weekend. It's not my favorite Weekend album, although I do have two of his better albums on vinyl already. I already have After Hours and House of Balloons. So I decided, I saw this at Target. It is the, oh God, oh no. Uh-oh. It is the blue translucent variant. Yes, blue. And hopefully the lighting is okay. Yep, there it is. It's blue. Yep, I'm pretty sure it is the same. Well, actually, I've already put it on the table. It is the same. Um. Oh crap! Come on, come on, come on. So, work with me. Work with me. We are good. Okay. Also, I like the art. I believe that this right there is the I Feel It Coming single art. Might be a bit of a deep dive on that one. Yeah, no, got the track list and the credits for all of them. Same thing back here, little plain. Yeah, I'm happy about this one. And the last two are both from Turntable Lab. I saw these and I just kind of went, yeah, I should have them. Finally, my first 10 of this year, I believe. This might have been a 10. I'm gonna have to recheck that. Madlib, Sound Ancestors. Yeah, very simple cover, very simple art, but I adore it. Now, hopefully this also works with me. Basic sleeve and a beautiful silver. A gorgeous silver record right here. Look at that. That is something else. And nothing else came with it. There wasn't really any art that came with it either. So it is a more simple art scheme for this. And I really like the silver. They had a variant of this where it was like a purple galaxy. like like purple swirls or whatever. But I believe the official name was Galaxy, and that came out when the record first came out in January. But I was not able to get my hands on it. Oh God, I hate trying to figure out with this. No, come on. Let's go here. Let's try this. I wonder how long it's gonna be. Oh, wow. Oh, that was perfect. Oh, we love to see it. Okay. And now the last record in this bunch is the new Czarface and MF Doom. Super What? It I saw this variant cover and I believe this is colorable since it's like a variant cover, sort of like a comic book and just art in general. And also we got the typical art. I believe this is just the original cover with the black and white. I don't know if there are any differences, but ooh, the record just started moving out. Okay, uh, another typical sleeve right here, and if you just slide this out, a plain white to match the black and white theme of this album, or at least this cover, at least the art for this album. And I think it's complemented very well. The music itself is really good. I believe I gave it an 8 when it first dropped, and I think it's gone up. I've actually liked it a lot more since it's first come out. And I gotta figure out to do this because whatever they did with the packaging on this album, it's really messy. Cause I just have to figure that out. Come on. Yeah, the opening always gets a little wavy when I try to put this in. It is really horrifying, actually. So it's tough to do. It's really tough to handle. But oh, ta-da! Finally. Okay, so Super What? Also, all 3 of the albums, I can actually link my reviews of Sound Ancestors and Super What below. And as long as the rest of my reviews, if you are curious to see them. That, I believe, is topic 2. So that takes us about halfway through. And the last full-on topic that I'm going to speak on is about, I'm trying to read off my notes here, other music content creators on YouTube. Not critiquing them, by the way. That's, I don't know why I'd critique them. But I just have, it's weird for me to sit in front of a camera like this, actually what I'm doing right now, and just talk and listen to music and try and make notes. Because back when the DMX posthumous album dropped, I actually recorded a reaction to it. I didn't drop it, mainly because that would just be in poor taste. Because, that would just not be too good. But outside of that, it's really tough to try and note out everything as you're listening to it, at least for me, because it's a lot sometimes for me. So whenever other content creators try and do this, I really appreciate it. Like anybody that reacts to music, like Complex Ambition, the Mallory brothers, one smaller YouTuber I can think of is Dillo Pillow, and they're all really good at what they do, pretty much for a living, and I really appreciate what they can do, and they are really good at creating content. Oh, I forgot to mention Bradley over at Brad Taste in Music, but yeah, they are really good at their content, and I think they're actually, and I wish them the best. And there are also channels we can't forget about Fantano over at the Needle Drop, because a respected reviewer. Of course, you may not agree with him on everything, as we've seen in the past with his ratings and reviews, but he's a damn good reviewer. Because like I remember only one factual thing he got incorrect. That's one time over a decade of content creation for YouTube, and I can respect that. It's really impactful for YouTube and also a platform for music because he's so big now that he's actually like getting artists known. There are a lot of artists that I wouldn't have found out about because of him. I mean, I sound like a Fantano fanboy right now, but he really influenced why I wanted to write about music, why I started a YouTube channel and all that. So it's really nice to hear. Another channel that I think is doing really well right now is the NFR podcast. And oh, excuse me, I'm gonna link all these channels below if you want to check them out because I really saw NFR blow up as they were coming up because they have about 30,000 subscribers last time I saw when I was watching their videos, and they're really compelling at what they do for content creation, talking about music, finding good topics to hit on, and I really like that. They do a really good job with talking about this kind of stuff, especially hip hop. They know their shit. They know their shit when it comes to it, and there's not a lot of people out there on YouTube like that. I mean, all the people I mentioned earlier, and also Sean C. Forgot to mention Sean C. in that list, but they know their shit when it comes to this. Whether it's rap, whether it's pop, metal, R&B, whatever. They know their shit about music and where they want to focus for their content. And I'm not saying that I want to be the next Sean C or the next Fantano. I don't know. In fact, I've been recognized in public on campus because I go to college. I'm on a campus right now, and I've been recognized only at 150 subscribers. So I never imagined that happening in a million years. So I feel like that is gonna be like I'm aspiring to do this full time, whether it's a YouTube channel, a podcast, a writing, which I've already been writing for like a year and a half now. So I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to do that. I've gotten many good opportunities already just through writing, and I feel like I could get more with the YouTube content like this. And I'm really excited to see where I can go with this because I think the horizon's out there. The horizon is broadening. I can do the shit I want. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I can do what I want to do recreationally along with a full-time job, also working a part-time job and doing school. I think it's a lot of shit to balance. And I think I've been doing well with it. Although that's me. I may be fucking stupid with that. But I'm not losing my mind. And I think that is a very good start for me. So what I'm trying to say is I'm not going anywhere. Even for like the 150 people watching this or more, who knows? You might subscribe because of this. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here. And I'm fine with that. I'm going to love that. I'm going to love doing this for the rest of my life. Okay. That felt like a lot, so I'm going to stop right there on this topic and get into the song of the episode. Basically, going to highlight a song. Yeah, it's nothing too crazy. The first song of the episode, well, only one. The first installment belongs to West Side Gun and Tyler the Creator, The Fly Who Couldn't Fly Straight. Maybe I butchered that name. It's off of West Side Gun's newest album, or the side B of his newest album, Hitler Wears Red Maze 8. And also, I'm going to check to be sure that it is called The Fly Who Couldn't Fly Straight. Yes, it's The Fly Who Couldn't Fly Straight. I believe it's produced by Sadhu Beats. I'm also going to check that to be sure. But it's also like, excuse me. Whew. I've been talking for a bit without pauses, so I forgot to fill my water. But no, West Side Gun and Tyler Creator, they've pretty much been like a good duo recently, with with Tyler first popping up on West Side's Pray for Paris last year. Tyler's talked about that Gunn is the guy that inspired him to rap again, and out of all the people to do that, I'm surprised at West Side. On Call Me If You Get Lost, the intro beat for that was from a West Side Gun album produced by Conductor Williams. Oh, yeah, the Genius app is so slow. I'm trying to find the producer of The Fly Who Couldn't Fly Straight just to see if I got it right. Yeah, Sadhu Gold. Sadhu Gold. That's the guy's name. So I wanted to make sure of that because I always like trying to shout out every part of that. But no, it's one of my favorite songs. The Fly Who Couldn't Fly Straight is probably one of my favorite songs off the album. It might also be my favorite beat. I'm going to be talking about this album in full, or writing about it. The review is going to be out Monday, which I believe would be the 27th at the time of this recording. Yeah, September 27th, maybe. I'm gonna check to be sure, because I don't know shit about shit. Yes, it's the 27th. Okay. But it's short but sweet. It's light but gritty. That's a weird way to say it, but it is light but gritty. And I'm fine with that. I love it. I would love to hear like a West Side Gun executive produced Tyler album, where like Tyler goes full Griselda and is just rapping over beats from Conductor Williams, Madlib sometimes, The Alchemist, Sadhu Gold, as I mentioned, and just DJ Green Lantern as well. And it would be incredible to hear that. I don't know if we're ever going to get it, but I'm really hoping so. But I also want more Tyler and Westside on tracks, because they have a good track record with this and 327. And also, you can hear this song, The Fly Who Couldn't Fly Straight by Westside Gun and Tyler the Creator, in the description. Is that it? I think that's all my topics for today. Yes, those are all my topics. I hope you liked this new format. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm probably not going to do these every week. Maybe I will. Who knows? But I like where this is going. I hope you do too. And if you do, subscribe and hit the bell. Hit the like button as well. So, ooh, that did rhyme. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. But yeah, that is going to be it. All right. I will see you in the next video. Drink water. Stay hydrated. Bye-bye.